Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you a tool that I've just built, and we'll give it an upgrade, and then we can use it to draft some apartments. So what it is this little grid maker, not very complicated at all. All it does is it sets up a cross grid like this, which you can parameterize. It's nice that it will sort of it can break and bend. But let's say we're working to a 3.6 meter grid and doing straight apartments, and then it allows you to set a corridor zone, which is this middle bit, and a services depth and an apartment depth. Right. So I'm going to set the apartment depth to 8, the services depth to 2.4, and the corridor depth to 1. And then I have this set out line here, and this distance is sort of the distance the whole thing is. So in theory, it should be, if I wanted to, if say this is the front of the building, if I want to align my black set out line with that line, it should be 9 meters. So I'll do that, 9. And what that is corridor zone plus apartment depth. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And then the way this thing's used, you can flip it around. You can flip it like this. It sort of slides so that this is like the set corner, and this is the floating corner, as in it will add a grid if there is a grid, otherwise it will not. So you do this, and now we draw. And the way I would draw is probably, if we wanted to use our usages, I would. So I would say, here's my 1-bedroom usage, and then copy and copy and copy and copy, and go, this guy can be 2-bedroom, and this guy could be 3, and this can be 4, and this can be corridors, something like that. And then I can start drawing. And what I'll do actually as well is I'll set this on grid, and I'll turn grid all the way up, and then I'll put these on plan, and plan will stay down a bit. Okay. And so now I can say, okay, well, the first thing I'll do is I'll set up my corridor, boom, and then I'm just going to use the Y key to do that. And now I'm drawing on the wrong thing. Classic. Put that on plan. There we go. And now we can commence. So that's a 3, 2, 1. So this would be a 1, potentially. I often just do this, copy, paste it in place. 1. This is not good. Why is this happening? Okay, not too bad. This can be a 2, and let's say a 2 takes 1 extra grid, and then a 3 is going to take 3 extra grids. 1 extra grid again, like that. 4 grids for a 3, 2 grids for a 2, 1 grid for a 1. And then for core, maybe it's designed in such a way that it fits in the services zone, and then we can get a 2, let's say it's a large 1 in this zone over here. And what's so nice about working with this grid is everything is now snapping. So you can see all these numbers are kind of making sense. Something like that. And then I'll copy paste this. I'll copy paste it, and I'm going to hold Shift M and mirror it down the corridor. And then I will do that and collapse that and make it a 2. Right, so there's our buildings. And that's nice and quick. And the grid's there, and happy days. And if we have multiple buildings, we can set their grids out as well, and we can stretch their grids and say, well, this is a slightly longer building, or slightly shorter building, and chop those bits off, et cetera, et cetera. Probably chop those bits off, and then slide these grids. I'll use base point moves, and put that there, and then X, cut that guy off, and delete him. So there we've got a shorter building. Okay, so that's cool. Play with the mix. It's actually very addictive. It's very fun. And then we can just add levels like that. Now let's expand and enhance this tool. And the enhancement I want to make is I want to have a balcony zone. So you can see I've got the corridor zone, the services zone, the apartment depth. So now I want another line there that's going to be the balcony zone. So when I do something like this and I pull back for the balcony, say my balcony zone is 2 meters, I just want a line there so I know what the balcony zone is. And so we just jump into the code, and if you come up here, this is where all the magic's happening. So I've got corridor zone, services depth, apartment depth. And so all I'm doing is I'm doing an offset. And then all of these offsets go into this explode, and then I flatten them and I make them this salmon color, and that's that. So it's actually kind of easy to add another one. I'm just going to copy it all. So I'll give myself a little more room. Then I'll click, shift click. There we go. And we'll call this one balcony zones. And let's say we want to think of this as an inset from the apartment zone. So I'm going to say 2, but I don't want to inset that from the balcony. So you can see now it's adding to the corridor zone, it's going in. So I want it to go all the way out to the edge of the building, then it come back in. So I'm going to add it. I am going to subtract it from the apartment depth. Yes, I'll do minus, subtract, grab the apartment depth, grab the balcony zone, and then offset that. There we go. And I'm going to delete. Now let's just do a quick test. Yeah, that's working. That's so if it's 0, otherwise if it's 1, 1.3. Okay, so we've just added an extra line. That easily, and that saves, and we collapse it, and we now have an update. And what's cool about this is it saves across everything. So because I was updating this one, but now all of my grids are updated. And now I've got this cool balcony zone, so I can do something like this. There we go. Make sure that guy's snapping to it. And of course I can always override. So, I made that, this is the 3.6 by 2. I can just go 1.8 if I have a half grid. Something like that.